Have you ever heard about this secret restaurant in Disney's Hollywood Studios?
We're headed to Mama Melrose's for a full review.
Quincy, it's right there. It's literally right there.
Don't spoil it.
It's a secret.
This is Mama Melrose's. It's an Italian restaurant here at Hollywood Studios. We say that it's a secret because it is literally in the back of the park. If you don't walk past it, you're not going to see it. So it's actually tucked away behind Muppets Vision 3D, and normally reservations don't book up all the time. You can easily grab one. They also have a walk-up wait list. It's a table service restaurant with Italian food.
Yeah, it's like a California Italian theme.
California Italian themes.
The story of Mama Melrose's is that it was started by a girl, Mama Melrose, who moved from Italy and wanted to bring Italian food to California and brought it to the back lot. So brought it to this warehouse that the walls had graffiti, and they kind of fixed it all up and made it look like this homey Italian restaurant. There are photographs of the stars who were to have visited Mama Melrose's on the wall. We've made it to Mama Melrose. We have made it to our tables. We've got Fry Bucket here. Read love.
Hey, I'm Fry Buchetti.
Oh, right, Fry Buchetti. We're at an Italian restaurant, so she's Fry Buchetti.
Amazing. Great. So, are you Italian?
Today.
Oh, okay, good.
And we do have our friend Dustin here from Disney Food Blog, aka DFBD. DFB Dustin. That's what we're calling him now.
Alright, so the vibes in Mama Melrose. For sure, Italian vibes in here. There's a lot of pretty lights on the ceiling, lots of greenery, lots of grapes hanging from the ceiling. Fits with the Italian theme. There's actually a lot of fun details on the walls. So, if you're sitting by a booth, there's a lot of records on the walls, vinyl records. There's this little... Can you see this? There's a fish with sunglasses on it. I don't know what his story is, but there's a lot of fun details on the walls. Like, look at all these records. And we've got license plates. We've got actually a lot of old pictures of Disney World, Hollywood Studios specifically. So if you're sitting in one of the booths by the wall, be sure and look at the pictures next to you, because there are a lot of old, early pictures of Hollywood Studios. They have both booths and tables in this restaurant, so if you prefer a booth, you can tell them. It's not always guaranteed, but you can tell them in advance if you'd prefer a booth. But for sure, wherever you're sitting in this restaurant, be sure to look up, because while I'm walking around right now, grabbing a bunch of B-roll, look, there's a huge tub of marinara sauce up there. I've actually noticed a lot of these pictures are from Hollywood Studios back when they did the Stars and Cars parade. So they actually had a parade that would go through Hollywood Studios with celebrities. And actually, here's a picture of doing handprints. Back when Hollywood Studios first opened, they would invite celebrities out to come and actually do their handprints in the cement, and it was a whole ceremony, and they would each come by and press their handprints into the cement, and then it kind of got too big, it was a little chaotic, kind of got in the way of other guests coming on vacation, so they don't do that anymore.
Now, one thing that's awesome about Mama Melrose's is it's kind of tucked back here in the very back of Grand Avenue, and it's very easy to get a reservation usually, and you can use the mobile walk-up wait list to try to find a last-minute spot if you decide in the middle of a very hot Hollywood Studios day that you need an air-conditioned break. All right, so right here,
Yes.
we have the vine-ripened tomatoes and fresh mozzarella with a balsamic drizzle, olive oil, and sweet basil leaves. Right next to it, this is the house-made Italian meatball with marinara, fresh ricotta, and basil. That looks really good. DFB Dustin is holding the beautiful, is it minestrone or minestrone?
Minestrone.
Minestrone soup?
We'll just go with minestrone. It sounds less like most people say, which means it's authentic.
That's probably right. Yeah, I think she said minestrone too. And that has ditalini pasta, and it is plant-based. That's yours,
Ditalini?
love. Ditalini.
I've never heard of that, but I can't wait to taste it.
And then finally here we have the crispy calamari, which is served with spicy pickles, spicy aioli, and fresh lemon.
I'm ready to try my minestrone.
Minestrone. That's not how you soup.
Well, this is...
There's a spoon on the other side of the plate. Thank you.
You are the best person in the world. So, I know what you're thinking. You're not coming to Disney World, let alone Hollywood Studios of all parks, which is arguably the hottest park, to come eat hot soup. But let me tell you something. When in Mama Melrose, it's very air conditioned in here, and you get transported to another place. I would call it autumn in New York vibes, even though it's a restaurant themed after Hollywood.
Justin, do you feel convinced?
Very convinced.
Okay.
Very,
So
very.
I'm telling you, yes, I think you should eat hot soup at Mama Melrose. Whether you're plant-based or not, this is a good soup, okay?
Okay, you've gotten a separate spoon.
Separate spoon, separate bite. Oh, it's tasty. It's got cannellini beans,
Yeah.
which I like.
I mean, am I just having like
No,
a
it's really good. It has a
vegan
lot of great
delusion
flavor.
right
I mean,
now?
I think minestrone soup is good. It tastes like vegetable soup. If you like vegetable soup, it's vegetable soup. It's good. It's tasty.
So I'll try first without the aioli to
Okay.
get a true taste.
All right.
I like the breading on the outside. It's not too chewy because I know some people don't like calamari for that reason. I like it better with the aioli. It's not spicy. On the menu it says spicy aioli. It's not spicy.
I got the bread. Now the bread this is the standard bread that comes. It is plant-based as well, and it comes with olive oil that's seasoned. So you don't, like, Breedlove gets to eat the same bread as us. It's very exciting. And it's got nice crackly outside, nice soft inside, and obviously I'm gonna dunk it in this beautiful seasoned, oh, I dropped it a little bit. All right, ready?
Oh, I did a weird zoom.
It's fine. It's a dinner roll. I absolutely love having beautiful seasoned olive oil or olive oil with balsamic vinegar in it with bread. That is, I mean, this is one of my favorite bread courses I've had. It's complimentary with your meal because of the olive oil. At a more mid-level table service restaurant like Mama Melrose, not super expensive, not super cheap, this is a killer bread course because of the olive oil. Bread's good, but if you like an olive oil dip, that's really, really tasty.
All right, so I'm going to taste the house-made meatball, which we found out is a beef and pork, so it's a little bit different than a traditional Italian meatball, which typically have veal. It's gonna have the red sauce and the ricotta cheese. If I say ricotta, my Italian wife would kill me, so it's ricotta cheese, and I'm pretty excited about it because I'm a huge meatball fan. And these are huge, definitely shareable. The cheese and everything on there.
Great.
All right, looks beautiful. All right, let's get a little more sauce. Very tender, very flavorful. You get a lot of the good spices and stuff inside of it. It's definitely a really good meatball for being, as we said before, in a mid-tier Italian restaurant. So it's definitely worth the purchase. Really good.
What is happening? Your first course is done and you look happy.
I put a lot of cheese in my body just now.
Ooh.
Will that be volatile? Yes, it will.
I don't know.
So you're not supposed to do that.
I don't care.
And how do you feel after all that octopus?
I feel good.
Post meatball, you've done very, very well on that
Yeah,
meatball.
got something down, stretched out the stomach, ready for the
Good.
big meal. I'm excited for it.
Oh, that's
Can't
cool.
wait to hit that pasta.
Nice, and this is a warm-up course.
Oh yeah.
All right, just a little allergy check-in. This is the plant-based offering on the menu. It's polenta with mushrooms and cauliflower. It looks and smells delicious, and it comes with a cashew cream sauce. Here we have the spaghetti and meatballs with house-made marinara, garnished with pecorino romano cheese.
Here we have the oven-baked chicken alla parmigiana, which is breaded chicken breast with marinara sauce topped with melted mozzarella over spaghetti.
Oh yes, the polenta cake, mushrooms and herb cauliflower, polenta, layered with sauteed mushrooms, spinach, and red pepper with a cashew cheese sauce.
And you make a mean cashew cheese sauce, so we'll have to see.
I really do. You
how
have
this
this.
holds
The
up.
secret
I would love
is
to try it,
You gotta
actually.
soak the cashews.
You've gotta soak
and
the
they have to be raw.
cashews.
Don't try to
Dustin.
use. Yes, Dustin. Soak your
Soak,
cashews.
soak your cashews.
So
Haven't you always heard?
And then finally we have the grilled bone-in pork chop with creamy polenta, roasted tomatoes, mustard venicato, and charred broccolini. And this one is cooked to order. The chef recommends medium, so that's what I got. I will be taking the leftovers unless you guys help me with this. Not you. Breedlove. Beautifully cooked, very tender piece of pork. It does not have a lot of seasoning to it. I'm very glad that I have salt and pepper. It needs both salt and pepper. Beautifully cooked, so tender. Honestly, one of the most tender pork chops I've had in a while. Has the tomatoes and the onions on top, which really add a lot, but just not very well seasoned, which I don't love. Definitely ask for salt and pepper if you're gonna get this. I'm iffy on polenta. I'm from the South. I always just wish it was grits every time, even when grits don't fit in the meal. But It was pretty good polenta. It's very creamy. It's got a little bit of cheese flavor to it. I think it definitely has cheese in it. And it is kind of sitting in the juices from the pork and the vegetables and the tomatoes, making it very, very flavorful and good. The polenta is the best thing in this dish. I still think because the pork is a star and it's not super flavorful that I would probably skip this. I wouldn't order it again. But still tasty and very filling. What a filling and huge dish. Plus, look at these beautiful burst tomatoes.
All right, it's time for my polenta. They've got the flavors separated here, almost like a Neapolitan. So I'm gonna try it with I almost called it the impossible cashew cheese sauce. It could be impossibly delicious.
Could be.
But it is a cheese sauce made with cashews and the polenta. Let's see. I'm gonna say it is better than mine.
Wow.
The consistency of it is very smooth and creamy, which is really hard to do. I get mine very creamy, but not like this. Like they're on another level, and I am not ashamed to say that. They win. Now I'm gonna try this other section. It looks like it has sun-dried tomatoes in it, and mushrooms. In my old life, when I ate meat, I loved chicken marsala, and this totally gives you those vibes. It's really, really flavorful, really delicious. But I have to say these are that's really incredible. I'm not gonna take another bite of that right now. I'm gonna move on to the cauliflower.
Oh, that looks good.
I'm gonna get a good floret bite here. Least flavorful part of the dish. Salted lightly. Really no other seasoning. Cooks nicely.
Now this is a very exotic Italian dish.
Yes, I'm having the most exotic Italian dish
You don't
at
find
the table.
You don't find this many places.
They imported it from Italy. It's good. It's spaghetti and meatballs. It's nothing super special, but if you've got picky eaters in your party and they want something familiar that they love, this would be a perfect option. Everybody else can be a little bit more adventurous and try those, but it's good spaghetti and meatballs. It's not bad at all.
All right, so this is the oven-baked chicken alla parmigiana. From first glance, the plate looks phenomenal. A nice, good melted cheese on there. The chicken looks still like crispy. Sauce looks nice. So let's cut into this bad boy and see what the inside looks like here.
That looks good.
That looks really good. I just hope that it's still crispy with the sauce. You gotta get the burnt cheese, that's the best part. I wasn't expecting this to be as good as it is. For a mid-tier Italian restaurant, holy cow.
He's surprised. He's in shock.
The breading's still crispy, even with the sauce on top of it. Really moist chicken, really flavorful. Everything is seasoned really well. I would definitely say I'm not jealous of anybody else's plate today. I'm happy with what I got. So definitely chicken parmesan, good choice.
All right, now it's time for desserts. So first up, we've got the Colors of Italy cheesecake. This is lemon cheesecake layered with a raspberry marmalade and olive oil cake, topped with whipped raspberry panna cotta and raspberry basil sauce, garnished with sparkle fresh raspberry halves. And then we've got the mini cannoli trio. It's orange cream, caramel butterscotch, and a traditional cannoli with chocolate chips, garnished with chocolate sauce and powdered sugar. Then we've got the cherry chocolate cake. This is a plant-based chocolate cake with a Morello cherry pomegranate molasses sauce. So that one's for Breed Love. And then last we've got Mama's Cookies to Go. This is an assorted box of cookies and a biscotti. There's a lemon crinkle cookie, pine nut cookie, butter cookie, and double chocolate almond biscotti. And those are fun. They're in a little box, so you can take them to go.
All right, I'm going for the Colors of Italia cheesecake, which is so beautiful. And it has olive oil cake, which is one of my favorite kinds of cake. And the sparkly fruit. That was a journey that I just went on. My first impression was that it was extremely heavy on the raspberry. I don't love raspberry. This is a raspberry mousse with a raspberry sauce. Raspberry is not my jam. If you like raspberry, tons of raspberry right on the front. In the middle, there was mostly the olive oil taste and the creaminess from the cheesecake. It was really, really good, very complex. The whole thing was very complex. And then at the end, it kind of gets a little bit of that flavor of that points out that it's maybe not the most amazing cheesecake in the world. I think this is a very good dessert. It's a very Disney dessert. There's mousse involved, and that's a big old Disney thing. It's like a bunch of soft things stacked on top of each other, and it looks very pretty, but it's probably not the best dessert you've ever had. I think if you like raspberries, it's a great option. If you like cheesecake, it's a great option. I absolutely love that it's on olive oil cake, and I think it's a very unique dessert because it literally is the colors of the Italian flag.
All right, so this is the cherry cake, cherry chocolate cake. Is that what it's?
Cherry chocolate cake.
This is the cherry chocolate cake. I'm digging in here. Yes, this is a plant-based dessert. A lot of times with desserts, you can't eat the little white chocolate piece that's stuck in it for decoration because that'll be the thing. For instance, in a fun Dole Whip creation, that'll be the one thing that's not plant-based on it, so I always have to take it off. So to be able to eat that is really fun and it's really good. Okay. That's not even the dessert. That's just the garnish. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm sorry I have to say moist.
Oh.
I had to say it.
Justin just started nodding.
It looks very moist.
This, for a plant-based cake, this is very moist. It's very good. And they've done something to make this really delicious, really moist. The chocolate flavor, you know, I love, and I love it with the cherry. Now I'm gonna take a bite of all three together. The cherry is tart, the cherry is sweet. Quincy is verifying with a bite as we speak. Do you like it?
It's really good. Yeah, it's really good. It's really dense.
You think it's dense?
In a good way.
All right, so I got the Mama cookies to go because I ate a huge chicken parm, which I'm super full on. These are like a traditional set of Italian cookies, where you have your lemon crinkle, your pine nut cookie, the butter cookie with the nonpareils, and then there's a double chocolate almond biscuit, as my Italian wife would tell me it's called, and not biscotti like we would all say. It's a biscuit, and it looks super awesome, and it's a little bit more soft than most biscuits where they're firm and crispy. This one's really soft, so I would actually prefer this over a traditional really crunchy one, and I will have one bite only. That was good. These are gonna be perfect for later or tomorrow morning with some coffee. This is amazing.
Okay, my turn for dessert. We've got the mini cannoli trio, so you get 3 different kinds of cannolis. They are a little, I don't know how big I thought they were going to be. I guess I thought they were going to be regular size cannolis, but they're not. They're small, but that's okay. We've got caramel butterscotch, a traditional cannoli with chocolate chips, and the orange cream. So I'm very excited. I think I'm going to start with the butterscotch. Lots of butterscotch flavoring right there. I just bit off all the butterscotch chips, so that was super yummy. The outside is a little bit crunchy, but also a little bit soft. Cottage cheese on the inside tastes good. I like this one. Strong butterscotch flavoring on the inside, so even without the chips, it still tastes like butterscotch.
And I will try the citrus.
Oh wow, that was fast.
It does have that in-between texture. Frybuck is definitely right. The citrus flavor on this one definitely comes off kind of like a citrus zest, like an orange zest. I think these are nice because I think that they kind of go together, but it's also a little bit of variety to a dessert. Pretty solid, and it's a little unique. How was everybody's experience at Mama Melrose Ristorante Italiano?
It was good. I enjoyed it. Our server was great.
Yeah, we did have wonderful service. And I thought the food was pretty good too. It was definitely it was not an amazing Italian restaurant. Like, doesn't hold a candle to somewhere like Topolino's Terrace. But it was also a lot cheaper. All 4 of us ate for around $180 before tip. And we're 4 adults who had 3 courses where we each had something each course. So that's not terrible when it comes to Disney restaurants.
I'd say for plant-based eaters, this is a destination.
Yeah?
That food was amazing.
That
and
cake
I
was amazing.
think you'll
Yeah.
agree when I say that I have successfully converted you all to veganism.
Yeah, for non-plant-based eaters that want to try plant-based options,
Yeah,
this is the
maybe.
spot to go.
Yeah.
You're not going to be disappointed. It's the spot to go.
But besides the plant-based options, nothing really wowed me. So I think that for meat eaters, for most people, it's not going to be like a restaurant that you want to put down on your must-do. But a lot of people are die-hard Mama Melrose fans. It's pretty good Italian, and because it's not overly expensive, it could be a nice option as well. Plus, easy to get a reservation, which is a big plus in Disney World.
I think you should eat here if you're gluten-free also because you can get gluten-free flatbreads.
Ooh.
And
and that's tough to find sometimes. I know you're looking, you're going thinking, how can I ever eat Italian food again?
Mama Melrose has got your back.
Yeah. If you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe.
Now go watch our video on the worst snacks in Hollywood studios.
You guys want to go get some ice cream?
Yeah.
What, like the worst snacks in Hollywood studios?